The storm raged outside as Marcus sat by his desk, the faint glow of a candle illuminating the worn pages of his journal. Life had been anything but kind to him lately. His work was overwhelming. The people around him seemed endlessly demanding, and the weight of his own expectations felt crushing. But instead of succumbing to frustration, Marcus picked up his pen and began to write. He didn't write about how unfair life was or how desperately he wanted things to change. Instead, he wrote about perspective, about how his thoughts could shape his reality. He penned a line that has echoed through the ages: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This Marcus wasn't just anyone. It was Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of Rome, facing immense challenges while holding an empire together. His wisdom on mental strength wasn't born in comfort, but in adversity. And today, it continues to teach us how to build resilience, master our minds, and face life with unwavering strength. In this episode, we'll explore the secret of becoming mentally strong through the lens of Stoicism, guided by the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Mental strength isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about learning how to rise above them. Together, we'll uncover the hidden force that shapes your life, the Stoic tools for mastering your mind, and practical steps to build resilience and clarity. Let's dive into the first point: the hidden force that shapes your life. 1. The hidden force that shapes your life. Have you ever stopped to think about how much your thoughts control your life? Every action you take, every decision you make, and even the way you see the world begins in your mind. This isn't just philosophy, it's a truth the Stoics understood deeply. Your thoughts are the hidden force that shapes your destiny. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." What he meant was that your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and mindset directly influences your external world. If your thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, or negativity, that's what you'll project into your actions. Conversely, if your mind is steady, positive, and focused, you'll approach life with clarity and purpose. Think about a time when you faced a challenge. Did you approach it with confidence, or did your thoughts spiral into worry and defeat? Often, it's not the situation itself that determines the outcome, it's how you think about it. Two people can face the same obstacle, but the one who believes they can overcome it is far more likely to succeed. The Stoics taught that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." This means that your perception is everything. When you recognize that your thoughts are shaping your reality, you gain the power to change your life from the inside out. But how do you harness this hidden force? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Are your thoughts building you up or tearing you down? Are you focused on possibilities or stuck in limitations? Awareness is the first step to taking control of your mind. Next, challenge your negative thoughts. The Stoics were masters of questioning their assumptions. When a thought arises, "I'm not good enough" or "this will never work," ask yourself, is this true? What evidence do I have for this? What would I say to a friend who was thinking this way? By questioning your thoughts, you can break free from limiting beliefs and create space for more empowering perspectives. Another powerful Stoic practice is reframing. This involves looking at a situation from a different angle. For example, instead of seeing a failure as the end of the road, view it as a lesson or a stepping stone to growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities, helping you navigate life with strength and optimism. Visualization can also help you harness the power of your thoughts. Picture yourself succeeding in a challenging situation. Imagine the steps you'll take, the effort you'll put in, and the sense of accomplishment you'll feel. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a way to train your mind to focus on success and build the confidence to act. Finally, remember that mental strength isn't about eliminating negative thoughts altogether. It's about not letting them control you. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you take charge of your thoughts, you take charge of your life. So ask yourself, what thoughts are shaping my reality right now? Are they helping me move forward, or are they holding me back? By becoming aware of the hidden force of your mind and learning to guide it, you unlock the ability to shape your destiny with intention and purpose. Your thoughts are powerful. Use them wisely. 2. Why mental strength is. Key life is unpredictable. One moment, everything feels under control, and the next, a storm of challenges can leave you overwhelmed. While we can't control the storms, we can control how we face them. This is where mental strength becomes essential. It's not just a tool for survival, it's the foundation for thriving in a chaotic world. The Stoics believed that mastering your mind is the key to mastering your life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Mental strength is the ability to remain calm under pressure, make wise decisions, and stay true to your values, no matter the circumstances. It's what allows you to rise above distractions, setbacks, and negativity. Why is mental strength so important? Because your mind is your command center. Everything you do begins as a thought, and the quality of those thoughts determines the quality of your actions. Without mental strength, it's easy to be swayed by fear, doubt, or external pressures, but with it, you can stay focused, resilient, and aligned with your goals. Think about a moment when you faced adversity. Maybe you received bad news, failed at something important, or felt the weight of uncertainty. In those moments, it's not physical strength or external resources that determine how you move forward. It's your mindset. A strong mind allows you to assess the situation calmly, adapt to challenges, and take purposeful action. Mental strength also gives you the courage to embrace discomfort. The Stoics believed that growth comes from facing difficulty head-on. Epictetus said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." Without mental strength, challenges can feel overwhelming, leading to avoidance or despair. But with it, you see adversity as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Another reason mental strength is key is that it helps you resist external distractions. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in noise, social media comparisons, endless notifications, and the pressure to meet others' expectations. Mental strength allows you to filter out what doesn't matter and focus on what truly does. This clarity not only improves your decisions, but also brings a sense of peace. Building mental strength is also essential for emotional resilience. Life will test you with losses, disappointments, and unexpected changes. A strong mind helps you process these emotions constructively, rather than being consumed by them. It's not about ignoring your feelings, it's about responding to them with wisdom and balance. So how can you cultivate mental strength? Start by practicing self-discipline. This doesn't mean rigidly controlling every aspect of your life. It means aligning your actions with your values, even when it's difficult. For example, If you value health, mental strength helps you choose a morning workout over staying in bed. If you value honesty, it gives you the courage to speak the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Another practice is embracing challenges instead of avoiding them. When you step out of your comfort zone, you train your mind to handle uncertainty and build confidence. Each small victory strengthens your belief in your ability to overcome bigger obstacles. Mindfulness is also a powerful tool for mental strength. By staying present and observing your thoughts without judgment, you create space to respond intentionally rather than react impulsively. This practice helps you stay grounded, especially in high-pressure situations. Finally, remember that mental strength is a skill, not an innate trait. It's something you develop through consistent effort and reflection. Each time you choose patience over frustration, focus over distraction, or courage over fear, you strengthen your mind. Ask yourself, am I letting my circumstances control me, or am I taking charge of my mindset? The Stoics remind us that true strength comes from within. When you master your mind, you unlock the ability to navigate life's challenges with clarity, resilience, and purpose. Mental strength isn't just key, it's everything. 3. The Stoic approach to thoughts. The Stoics were masters of understanding the mind, and their approach to thoughts remains as relevant today as it was centuries ago. They believed that our thoughts shape our reality and that learning to challenge and control them is the foundation of mental strength. As Epictetus famously said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." This simple idea captures the essence of Stoicism. It's not what happens to us, but how we think about it, that determines our experience. At the heart of the Stoic approach is the concept of perception. Every situation we encounter is filtered through our mind, which interprets it based on our beliefs, biases, and emotions. Imagine two people stuck in traffic. One sees it as an opportunity to listen to music or reflect, while the other becomes frustrated and impatient. The traffic is the same. Their thoughts make it different. The Stoics teach us to become aware of this power and use it to our advantage. The first step in applying the Stoic approach is recognizing that your thoughts are not facts. Just because you think something doesn't make it true. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them. And it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now." This means that no matter how intense a thought feels, you have the ability to question and reframe it. To challenge your thoughts, start by asking, is this thought helping me or harming me? Is it based on reality, or is it driven by fear or assumption? For example, if you think, "I'll never succeed," pause and consider, what evidence do I have for this? Are there times I've succeeded before? What can I do to increase my chances now? By questioning negative or limiting thoughts, you regain control over your mind. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of focusing on what you can control. When you notice your thoughts drifting toward worry or frustration, ask yourself, is this something I can influence? If it's within your control, take action. If it's not, let it go. This shift in focus prevents you from wasting energy on things you can't change and helps you direct your thoughts toward productive solutions. Another key Stoic practice is reframing. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, see them as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that even difficulties can serve a purpose if we approach them with the right mindset. For example, if you face rejection, instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," reframe it as, "This is a chance to learn and improve for the future." Reframing transforms setbacks into stepping stones. The Stoic approach also involves cultivating a sense of detachment from your thoughts. Just because a thought arises doesn't mean you have to act on it or let it consume you. Think of your thoughts as clouds passing in the sky. They come and go, but they don't define you. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you create space to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Practical exercises can help you apply the Stoic approach in daily life. One effective technique is journaling. At the end of each day, write down the thoughts that influenced your mood or actions. Reflect on whether those thoughts were helpful or harmful, and consider how you might approach similar situations differently in the future. This practice builds awareness and trains your mind to think more constructively. Meditation is another tool for mastering your thoughts. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath and observing your mind. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them without getting caught up in them, and gently bring your focus back to the present moment. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to remain calm and centered, even in the face of challenges. The Stoics remind us that while we can't control everything that happens, we can control how we think about it. Ask yourself, are my thoughts serving me, or are they holding me back? How can I challenge and guide them towards strength and clarity? By adopting the Stoic approach to thoughts, you take the first step toward mastering your mind and shaping your life with intention. 4. Building your inner citadel. Imagine a fortress, sturdy and unyielding, standing strong against the harshest storms and fiercest attacks. This fortress represents your mind, a place of refuge, resilience, and strength. The Stoics referred to this as your inner citadel, the mental stronghold that protects your peace and integrity, no matter what chaos surrounds you. Marcus Aurelius often spoke of this concept in his meditations, reminding himself to retreat into his inner self whenever the outside world became overwhelming. He wrote, "People look for retreats for themselves, in the country, by the coast, or in the hills, but nowhere can a person find a retreat more peaceful or free of trouble than their own soul." This inner citadel isn't just a metaphor. It's a skill you build through deliberate practice and self-discipline. Your inner citadel is your ability to maintain calm and clarity even in the face of challenges. It's what allows you to stay true to your values, resist external pressures, and navigate life's uncertainties with strength. Building this mental fortress begins with understanding that your peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. The first step in constructing your inner citadel is self-awareness. Just as a builder inspects the foundation before erecting walls, you must examine the state of your mind. What thoughts, habits, or beliefs weaken your resilience? Are you easily swayed by others' opinions or consumed by worries about things beyond your control? Awareness of these vulnerabilities is the foundation upon which your mental strength is built. Once you've identified your weak points, the next step is fortification. This involves cultivating practices that strengthen your mind and reinforce your inner peace. One such practice is reframing your perspective. Marcus Aurelius taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By focusing on how you interpret situations rather than the situations themselves, you protect your mental state from unnecessary turmoil. Visualization is another powerful tool. Picture your mind as a citadel with high walls guarding your peace. When faced with negativity, imagine those walls deflecting harmful influences, keeping your inner world calm and protected. This mental imagery reinforces the idea that you are in control of what you allow into your space. Boundaries are also crucial for maintaining your inner citadel. The Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on what truly matters and letting go of distractions. Epictetus said, "We should not give circumstances the power to rouse anger, for they are not concerned with us." This means being intentional about where you direct your energy. Whether it's limiting time spent with negative people, saying no to commitments that don't align with your values, or turning off distractions, boundaries help you preserve your mental clarity. Building your inner citadel also requires regular maintenance, just as a fortress must be repaired and strengthened over time. Meditation and mindfulness are excellent practices for this purpose. Taking a few moments each day to quiet your mind and reconnect with your inner self helps you stay grounded, even in the face of life's chaos. Journaling can also reinforce your mental stronghold. Reflect on the challenges you've faced and how you responded. Did you allow external events to disrupt your peace, or did you remain composed? What could you do differently next time? This self-reflection helps you learn from experience and strengthen your resilience. Lastly, remember that your inner citadel is not a place of isolation, but a source of strength that empowers you to engage with the world. By maintaining this mental fortress, you can face life's difficulties with clarity, patience, and purpose. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about equipping yourself to handle them effectively. Ask yourself, is my inner citadel strong enough to withstand life's storms? What steps can I take to fortify my mind and protect my peace? By building and maintaining your inner citadel, you create a sanctuary of strength and resilience, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with the calm confidence of a true Stoic. 5. Turning adversity into opportunity. Adversity is an unavoidable part of life. Challenges, setbacks, and hardships will come your way, no matter how carefully you plan or how strong you become. But the Stoics believed that adversity isn't something to fear. It's an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, and to live more virtuously. Marcus Aurelius captured this wisdom when he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This philosophy teaches us that the obstacles we face can actually pave the path to our greatest strengths. It's not the absence of difficulty that defines us, but how we respond to it. Adversity, when viewed through the lens of Stoicism, becomes a teacher, shaping us into wiser, more resilient individuals. Imagine a sculptor working with a block of marble. The hammer and chisel might seem harsh, even destructive, but every strike shapes the stone into a masterpiece. Similarly, life's challenges mold us into our best selves, provided we approach them with the right mindset. The first step in turning adversity into opportunity is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, see them as stepping stones. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? For example, losing a job might feel devastating at first, but it could also be the push you need to explore a more fulfilling career path. A failed relationship can teach you more about yourself and help you build healthier connections in the future. Reframing adversity doesn't mean ignoring the pain or difficulty it brings. It's about acknowledging the struggle while focusing on what lies beyond it. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Every challenge carries the seed of transformation, if you're willing to look for it. Another key to turning adversity into opportunity is cultivating patience and perseverance. The Stoics understood that growth takes time and effort. When faced with difficulty, remind yourself that enduring it with grace is itself a form of victory. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show a person what they are. Adversity reveals your character and offers you the chance to strengthen it." Take small, deliberate steps to overcome the challenges you face. Break the problem into manageable parts and focus on what's within your control. This approach not only makes the situation less overwhelming, but also empowers you to act with purpose. Each small victory builds momentum, helping you transform even the toughest circumstances into progress. Adversity also teaches us gratitude. When you face hardship, you gain a deeper appreciation for the moments of ease and joy in your life. This perspective shift can bring clarity, reminding you of what truly matters. Gratitude doesn't erase the struggle, but it helps you find balance amidst the chaos. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger after setbacks. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Each time you rise after a fall, you reinforce your belief in your ability to handle life's challenges. Over time, this builds unshakable confidence and inner peace. Finally, share your journey. Adversity isn't just an opportunity for personal growth, it's a chance to inspire and support others. Your experiences, lessons, and victories can provide hope to those who are facing similar struggles. Seneca wrote, "There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with." By turning your challenges into stories of growth, you extend the impact of your resilience beyond yourself. Ask yourself, what adversity am I facing right now? How can I use this as an opportunity to grow? The Stoics teach us that while we can't control life's difficulties, we can control how we respond to them. By embracing adversity with courage, patience, and determination, you transform obstacles into opportunities, becoming stronger and wiser with each step forward. 6. The power of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation of mental strength and personal growth. It's the ability to choose what's right over what's easy, to stay committed to your goals even when motivation fades, and to align your actions with your values regardless of external pressures. The Stoics saw self-discipline not as a restriction, but as a path to true freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." At its core, self-discipline is about mastery over your impulses. It's the voice that says, "You've had enough," when you're tempted to overindulge. It's the willpower to rise early to work on your goals, even when your bed feels irresistibly comfortable. And it's the commitment to stay calm and composed in the face of provocation, rather than reacting impulsively. One of the key reasons self-discipline is so powerful is that it creates consistency. Motivation can be fleeting. It's easy to feel inspired for a day or two, but what happens when the novelty wears off? Self-discipline ensures that you keep showing up, putting in the effort, and moving forward, even when you don't feel like it. This steady progress builds momentum and eventually leads to meaningful results. The Stoics believed that true discipline begins in the mind. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This means recognizing the thoughts and habits that hold you back and replacing them with practices that support your growth. For example, if you tend to procrastinate, self-discipline might involve setting clear priorities, breaking tasks into manageable steps, and holding yourself accountable. Self-discipline isn't about being perfect or rigid. It's about balance. The Stoics advocated for moderation, avoiding both excess and deprivation. Seneca wrote, "Nothing is so beneficial that it is not harmful if taken to excess." Discipline is about finding that middle ground, whether it's in your diet, your work habits, or your relationships. It's knowing when to push yourself and when to step back to recharge. A practical way to cultivate self-discipline is to start small. Choose one habit or area of your life that you'd like to improve and set a realistic goal. For instance, if you want to exercise regularly, begin with short, manageable sessions rather than committing to an overly ambitious routine that's hard to sustain. Each small win builds confidence and strengthens your ability to tackle bigger challenges. Another strategy is to anticipate obstacles. Discipline isn't just about effort, it's also about preparation. Identify the situations that test your resolve and plan how you'll respond. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier but know you'll be tempted by snacks, stock your kitchen with nutritious options and avoid keeping junk food at home. By minimizing temptations, you make it easier to stay on track. Visualization can also reinforce self-discipline. The Stoics often practiced premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, where they visualized potential challenges and mentally prepared to face them. This practice helps you anticipate distractions, setbacks, or cravings, and approach them with calm determination. Self-discipline is also closely tied to self-respect. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you build trust in yourself. This trust enhances your confidence and sense of agency, empowering you to take on greater challenges. Conversely, when you give in to every impulse or abandon your goals, you undermine your own self-esteem. Finally, remember that discipline is a skill, not an innate trait. It's something you develop through practice, patience, and persistence. Even the most disciplined people experience moments of weakness. It's how they recover and refocus that makes the difference. The Stoics remind us that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Ask yourself, in what area of my life do I need more self-discipline? What small steps can I take today to align my actions with my values? By embracing the power of self-discipline, you create the foundation for lasting growth, resilience, and freedom. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. As the Stoics taught, the path to a strong, fulfilling life begins with mastering yourself. 7. Vision beyond circumstances. Life often presents us with difficulties that feel overwhelming. It's easy to get stuck in the here and now, consumed by challenges, disappointments, or setbacks. But the Stoics teach us a powerful lesson: to cultivate a vision that extends beyond our immediate circumstances. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength lies in maintaining a clear focus on your long-term aspirations, regardless of the difficulties in front of you. A Stoic vision isn't about blind optimism. It's about clarity. It's understanding that while the present moment might be tough, it doesn't define the entirety of your journey. Instead of being consumed by the struggle, you anchor yourself in a broader perspective. This ability to look beyond the current moment is what allows you to stay grounded and move forward with purpose. Consider the challenges you're facing right now. They may feel insurmountable, but ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? 5 years from now? Often, the things that feel urgent in the moment lose their weight when viewed through the lens of time. By reminding yourself of your bigger picture, your goals, values, and dreams, You create a mental anchor that helps you weather the storms of life. Having a vision beyond circumstances also means embracing adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how carefully you plan, unexpected twists are inevitable. The Stoics believed that true strength comes not from resisting change, but from flowing with it. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." By staying flexible, you can adjust your course without losing sight of your destination. To cultivate this mindset, start by defining your long-term goals. What do you want to achieve, not just in the next few weeks, but in the next few years? These goals don't have to be grand or specific. They simply need to represent what matters most to you. For example, you might aim to build meaningful relationships, develop a skill, or live a life aligned with your values. These aspirations provide the context for your daily decisions and challenges. Next, practice detachment from outcomes. The Stoics remind us that while we can control our efforts, we can't control the results. By focusing on what's within your power, your actions, mindset, and perseverance, you maintain your sense of agency even when circumstances don't go as planned. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not be disturbed by the whole, but divide it into parts. Break your challenges into manageable steps and tackle them one at a time, always keeping your vision in mind." Visualization can also help reinforce your long-term perspective. Take a moment each day to picture yourself achieving your goals or overcoming current difficulties. Imagine the person you'll become through this process, stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This mental exercise not only motivates you, but also helps you stay connected to your larger purpose. Another key aspect of maintaining vision beyond circumstances is gratitude. When you focus solely on what's lacking or what's wrong, it's easy to lose sight of the progress you've made and the opportunities ahead. Gratitude shifts your perspective, reminding you of the positives in your life and the resources you have to keep moving forward. Finally, surround yourself with reminders of your vision. This could be a written list of goals, a meaningful quote, or even a visual representation like a vision board. These reminders serve as touch points, keeping you aligned with your aspirations when life becomes overwhelming. Ask yourself, what is my long-term vision, and how can I keep it in focus despite current challenges? The Stoics teach us that circumstances are temporary, but our vision and values endure. By cultivating a perspective that extends beyond the present, you gain the strength to navigate life's uncertainties with purpose, patience, and clarity. This is the path to true resilience and fulfillment. 8. Practical steps to mental strength. Building. Mental strength isn't a one-time achievement. It's a practice, a daily commitment to shaping your thoughts, emotions, and actions in ways that align with your values and goals. The Stoics didn't just theorize about resilience. They lived it through practical exercises and disciplines that we can adopt today. These steps aren't abstract. They're tangible actions that can transform how you approach challenges and strengthen your mind. The first and most powerful practice is journaling. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is essentially a personal journal where he reflected on his thoughts, struggles, and lessons. Journaling allows you to externalize your inner world, gain clarity, and challenge unhelpful patterns of thinking. Each day, take a few minutes to write about your experiences, what you handled well, and where you could improve. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for? What did I learn today? How can I approach tomorrow with more wisdom? This simple habit can bring immense clarity and perspective. Another essential practice is reframing. The Stoics believed that perception shapes reality. When faced with a challenge, instead of seeing it as a problem, ask yourself, what opportunity does this present? For example, if you face rejection, see it as a chance to grow stronger or refine your approach. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Reframing turns obstacles into stepping stones for growth. Mindfulness is another cornerstone of mental strength. The Stoics emphasized the importance of being present and aware of your thoughts and emotions. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Spend a few minutes each day practicing mindfulness through meditation or focused breathing. Simply observe your thoughts without judgment, allowing yourself to detach from unhelpful narratives and return to the present moment. Embracing discomfort is another practical step. Mental strength grows when you step out of your comfort zone and face challenges directly. This could mean taking on a new responsibility at work, having a difficult conversation, or even doing something as simple as a cold shower to train your mind to tolerate discomfort. The Stoics believed that voluntary hardship prepares you for life's inevitable difficulties. Seneca advised practicing poverty for short periods to remind yourself that you can endure much more than you think. Setting boundaries is equally important. Mental strength isn't just about pushing through challenges. It's about protecting your energy and focus. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities and create time for self-care. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. By setting boundaries, you reduce unnecessary stress and create space for meaningful pursuits." Visualization is another tool to build mental strength. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, where they visualized potential challenges and mentally prepared to face them. For example, before a big presentation, imagine things going wrong. Then plan how you'll handle it calmly and effectively. This exercise reduces fear and builds confidence by helping you feel ready for whatever comes your way. Gratitude is also a powerful practice. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what you have, fostering a positive and resilient mindset. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This practice trains your brain to notice the positives, even in tough times. Lastly, surround yourself with supportive people and meaningful reminders. The Stoics believed in the importance of community and shared wisdom. Seek out relationships that uplift and challenge you, and distance yourself from negativity. Additionally, keep Stoic principles or inspirational quotes visible, like Marcus Aurelius's reminder. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. These serve as anchors, keeping you focused and grounded. Ask yourself, which of these practices can I start today? How can I make them part of my daily life? Mental strength isn't about being unshakable. It's about developing tools to face life's uncertainties with courage and clarity. By taking these practical steps, you'll build a foundation of resilience and wisdom that supports you through any challenge. 9. Building resilience. Through adversity, resilience is the ability to recover from challenges, adapt to change, and emerge stronger from adversity. The Stoics believed that resilience is not something we're born with. It's a skill we develop through life's trials. Every setback, every obstacle, every difficulty is an opportunity to build your emotional and psychological muscles, preparing you for whatever comes next. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." Life is unpredictable and often difficult, but resilience allows you to remain grounded and focused even when the world feels chaotic. The Stoics didn't just accept hardship, they embraced it as a necessary part of growth. The first step in building resilience is to shift your mindset about adversity. Challenges are not punishments or misfortunes, they are teachers. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show a person what they are. Adversity reveals your character, your strengths, and your areas for improvement." When you face a tough situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger? By reframing challenges as opportunities for growth, you approach them with purpose instead of fear. Resilience also comes from accepting what you cannot control. The Stoics were masters of this principle, emphasizing the importance of focusing on your actions and attitudes rather than external circumstances. When faced with a difficult situation, take a moment to identify what is within your control and what isn't. Then, direct your energy toward what you can influence. This practice not only reduces stress, but also empowers you to take meaningful steps forward. Another key to resilience is embracing discomfort. Life's challenges often push us out of our comfort zones, but this discomfort is where growth happens. Seneca advised practicing voluntary hardship to strengthen your ability to endure difficulties. For example, try spending a day without luxuries, such as skipping a meal or walking instead of driving. These small acts remind you that you're capable of enduring far more than you think, building confidence and mental toughness. Building resilience also involves developing emotional regulation. Adversity often triggers strong emotions like anger, frustration, or fear. The Stoics taught that while emotions are natural, we don't have to be ruled by them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When faced with emotional turmoil, practice pausing and taking a few deep breaths. This moment of reflection allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Gratitude is another powerful tool for resilience. When you focus on what you have rather than what you've lost, you create a sense of abundance even in tough times. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you see the positives amidst the negatives. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for, even if they're small, like a supportive friend or a moment of peace. Support from others also plays a vital role in resilience. The Stoics valued community and shared wisdom, recognizing that we are stronger together. Don't hesitate to lean on trusted friends, family, or mentors during difficult times. Sharing your struggles not only lightens the load, but also allows you to gain new perspectives and solutions. Finally, resilience grows through action. When faced with adversity, it's tempting to retreat or avoid the problem. But resilience requires confronting challenges head-on. Break the situation into smaller, manageable steps and take action, even if it's just one small move forward. Progress, no matter how small, builds momentum and reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome. Ask yourself, how can I use this challenge to build resilience? What actions can I take to move forward with strength? The Stoics remind us that adversity is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Each difficulty you face strengthens your ability to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and clarity. By building resilience through adversity, you not only overcome the challenges in front of you, but also prepare yourself for a future filled with possibility and growth. 10. Gratitude and perspective. Gratitude is one of the most transformative practices you can cultivate, and the Stoics considered it a cornerstone of mental clarity and resilience. Paired with perspective, gratitude allows you to navigate life's highs and lows with a sense of balance and peace. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." In a world that constantly pushes us to chase more success, more possessions, more recognition, gratitude shifts our focus to what we already have. It's easy to overlook the blessings in your life when you're caught up in comparison or striving for the next goal. But when you take a moment to pause and reflect, you realize how much you have to be thankful for. Gratitude also helps you reframe challenges. When life feels overwhelming, it's tempting to focus solely on what's wrong. But by practicing gratitude, you can find the silver linings. For example, a tough job may be stressful, but it also provides you with stability or opportunities for growth. A difficult relationship might teach you patience or self-awareness. By shifting your perspective, you can see adversity not as a burden, but as a teacher. The Stoics believed that perspective is essential for maintaining a balanced mind. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't a morbid thought. It's a call to appreciate the present moment and focus on what truly matters. When you view life through the lens of impermanence, the small frustrations lose their weight and the simple joys become more meaningful. To practice gratitude, start with a daily reflection. Each evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand. Sometimes the smallest things bring the most joy. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, a kind word from a friend, or the satisfaction of completing a task. Over time, this habit trains your mind to notice the positives in your life, even during difficult moments. Perspective, on the other hand, involves zooming out and seeing the bigger picture. When you're stuck in traffic or frustrated by a delay, it's easy to let irritation take over. But ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? Often the answer is no. By broadening your perspective, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and focus on what truly deserves your attention. Another way to cultivate gratitude and perspective is by helping others. When you lend a hand to someone in need, you not only make a positive impact, but also gain a deeper appreciation for your own blessings. The Stoics emphasized the importance of contributing to the greater good, recognizing that gratitude grows when we focus on others rather than ourselves. Gratitude also strengthens your relationships. When you express appreciation for the people in your life, you deepen your connections and foster mutual respect. Whether it's a heartfelt thank you to a friend or simply acknowledging someone's effort, these small acts of gratitude can transform your interactions. The Stoics remind us that gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's a tool for resilience. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you build a mindset of abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring your challenges or settling for less. It means approaching life with a sense of balance and clarity. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? How can I shift my perspective to see the positives in my life? By practicing gratitude and perspective, you cultivate a mindset that not only strengthens you, but also inspires those around you. The Stoics teach us that life's greatest gifts are often the simplest ones, waiting for us to notice and appreciate them. In gratitude we find peace, resilience, and a renewed sense of purpose. As we reach the end of this episode, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've shared. The journey into the art of becoming mentally strong through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics taught us that true strength isn't found in avoiding challenges, but in mastering our minds to face them with courage, clarity, and resilience. We've explored how your thoughts shape your reality, why mental strength is the key to thriving, and how practices like reframing, gratitude, and building your inner citadel can transform the way you experience life. The Stoics remind us that while we can't control everything that happens, we always have control over how we respond. And in that response lies our power. Mental strength is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's a daily commitment to showing up, learning, and growing through life's uncertainties. Each obstacle you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more grounded in your values. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." So, as you move forward, remember to cultivate resilience, practice gratitude, and maintain a vision that extends beyond your circumstances. Each small step you take strengthens your foundation and brings you closer to living a life of purpose, fulfillment, and inner peace. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of mental strength and Stoic wisdom. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. And don't forget to subscribe for more lessons on mastering your mind and embracing life's challenges. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and remember, the path to mental strength begins within.